Flames will get us started with the opening kickoff. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the New Mexico State Aggies offense will have the football first. A lot of times you run into these types of matchups, high-powered offense, big-time team against an opponent that's likely overmatched. So how do they keep this thing from getting ugly?
Well, everyone's going to have to elevate their level of play here defensively to have any chance in this one.
Breaks into the open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent, establish the run game early on offense.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Makes the grab. It's Peoples. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Here comes the offense on second down. Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This defense will try to force a fourth down on third and short from the 45. He wants to change this route. Off the play fake. Pocket breaking down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
They are trying to set the tone on the opening drive of the game. They could punt, pin them back deep. Instead, they'll go for it on fourth down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. So Liberty's offense headed on to the field. Now a first look at them today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. After the penalty, the playbook is wide open on 1st and 5. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. The Flames in the hurry-up.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense picks it up. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping two hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. A QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. The give to the back. Gets it past the marker. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Looking for a productive play on first down. Takes the handoff. It's Peoples. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
The Sweet Feet buy a little time. Finds his big tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Scanning the field, it's Fox. Looking for the end zone. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Oh, out of space. He's at the 20. They trip him up, but not before he has a huge gain and sends a bolt of momentum into the second quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here.
Here we go, here we go.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Flames headed quickly to the line. Quarterback on the keeper. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's a fly. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, watching this DB on film, I just love his ability to break on the ball, and I think he was anticipating on third and long that time, the offense throwing it right around the sticks. So he was able to drive on the football and secure that interception.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Power football with the run. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Send the tight end in motion. Give to the running back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Slithers into space. Turning it on. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And how about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
The give out of the gun. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looks as if he'll get it up to about the 14-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Flames come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive.
John. Base 27, John.
Quick release by the QB. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Hunt is on its way. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today in Lynchburg. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at the Bill Arthur L. Williams Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. New Mexico State will kick it away to open this third quarter. Out of the end zone. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. There's certainly room for improvement after that scoreless first half stalemate.
Yeah, we've set offense back 30 years in that first half, but we've got a whole new half to play here. So why not come out on this first drive, make a statement, and finally get us back into the age of contemporary college football?
You sound very discouraged, as I sounding.
Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
The Aggies offense will have another go at it.
Trick 9, B.
Looking to throw, it's Fox. He'll take a shot. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
And the Aggies are at the line looking to convert on third and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the third play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the first down, and stay on the field.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying doing that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here on third down, you might want to protect the field goal, but you have to stay aggressive. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this third and long from the 20. Fires to the middle. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Aggie. They take the lead with the 6.
And finally, somebody gets on the scoreboard. A first half of no points, 0-0. Now in the third quarter. Sometimes when you get that rhythm and that offense rolling, sometimes it's hard to stop. So let's see if this is a trendsetter. Let's see if this starts the offensive momentum.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a couple of Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Air Force is getting whooped today, and at some point, this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly, the answer today is a big fat no. They're trailing by 34 to New Mexico. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, fellas, and we'll circle back if anything big happens.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll try the run. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. And the Flames will hustle to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Back to pass, it's Bradford. Bringing the heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
You spread me out, I'm going to speed you up. Nice job. They go empty. Nobody in the backfield to help the quarterback block. A linebacker comes right up the gut, gets to the quarterback, gets him on the ground.
The Flames will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turn it on the gas. Great job, great return.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. Here he comes with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. And the Flames can really attack on this second and short. advantage of multiple scores. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Flames have it with a 1st and 10.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Off play action on 1st down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. That's the end of the quarter. New Mexico State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Looking to pass. It's Bradford. Finds his tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. And the Flames are in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Gets rid of it. It's complete to the left. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sideline. You got to
Going for it all. Touchdown, Flames. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing the go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring margin. Now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking downfield, it's Fox. Extending the play. He'll throw it. Finds his man. It's Peoples. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's got an open man. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After the productive 1st down play at 2nd and 6. Just feeds the running back. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. closer to pay dirt.
Well, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the 1st down. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation.
Gutsy play call. There are a lot of coaches out there that would have run the football, try to keep the clock going, or force your opponent to use more timeouts. They throw for it on 3rd down, they get the completion, and with that, they should win this game.
In the postgame, if you start asking about the offensive struggles, the coach is probably going to say, let me tell you something, Mr. Television Announcer. They don't ask me how I won. They ask me if I won.
That is all that matters, Mr. Television Announcer, but I think you'd want to play better on offense. You'd want to score more points, but Reese, Jesse, I want to learn as I win. I don't want to learn as I lose.
And I know you're loving this one, David, because in today's era of modern college football, with all these spread offenses and up-tempo, we're used to seeing a ton of points. We're not used to seeing a lot of games like this. I wouldn't get used to seeing it, but for this team right here, you got to love the way that they played defense. They made the plays required to win. That's a happy group.